Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have a Dunker Church public match for you. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Server pop here on March 13th at about 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time is 240. In balance right now is 7 towards the CSA side. Artillery-wise, Union have 9. Confederates have 11, so it is currently a 5-man infantry in balance in favor of the CSA side. Officers for today, CSA side you have Noah V, the Baron, General Redcoat, Flores, and for the artillery you have Wolfskin, whereas on the Union side you have Duke Gardner, KG, Kennedy Freak, Maximus, Fly, and for the artillery you have Himman and Ronin. So, the update just dropped. I know when this video comes out it's going to be 2 weeks after the fact, but you know, it is what it is. Record these videos so far in advance so that if I have to miss a private event, I could still upload a public event. You know, it's a trade-off, but it is what it is. So, the update really increased accuracy in this game. The circle radius was significantly decreased for bullet spray. And so, shooting is a lot more accurate in CSA. Looks like they've pushed to a further forward position. And they are trying to cut Union off in the open field while they don't have a lot of cover, which is a very good idea on their part. When we're looking at the ticket and balance of the Dunker Church map, it's one of the higher ones in favor of the attackers. Union have 52% more tickets than the CSA. So CSA really has to keep up with tickets if they want to do well. On top of this, weapons for this map, Union has a 72nd Pennsylvania with the Enfield and the Springfield 61, and they have the 28th Pennsylvania with the Springfield 61 as well. CSA side, they have the 2nd South Carolina with the Enfield and the Springfield 61. They also have the 30th Virginia with the Springfield 55, the Enfield, and the Springfield 42. Now, the 42s shoot like a shotgun. They got a main shot and then a bunch of pellets. Those pellets do not fully kill past 33 yards. So bucket ball's been nerfed in this update, while every other guns have been significantly buffed. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it changes maps. I think so far in the few things that I've watched that I've really enjoyed it. Charging has really been the meta over the past year, and it really hasn't made sense since the devs talked a lot about the sitting and shooting was what was done during the Civil War. Charging didn't happen that often, but yet every change they made over the past year or so has been exactly that. And so by making the guns work like they do in real life, sitting and shooting is a lot more powerful and effective than it was a couple of days ago. And although that change has been made, CSA is missing a lot of these initial shots. So Union's trying to sneak around the CSA kind of on both flanks right now. See, Union's also pushed up the center here. And they should be getting good shots. CSA is now going to try to charge the Union out. I mean, this whole mess kind of in the open field is devolving, and CSA is getting spread out, which is really good for Union. You can already see in the tickets that the CSA are down by, what, a third of a stage, and we just started. So, oh shoot. Great start for Union. CSA was not able to get good enough shots off of the Union as they approached. And Union is going to take advantage of CSA being so far forward. So Union kind of takes the center side, opposite side of the map. Union's charging in. And that's the thing, right? Shooting is going to be a lot more effective and stop a lot of these charges, but charging still has its place, especially with the flag respawns, how fast they are. Once a charge starts, keeping those flags up and respawns is huge. So, my initial reaction is this is a great change. Charging was great. Sitting and shooting has been completely nerfed, but now it's buffed. And so charging might be a little nerfed from this, but overall I think both of those things are better. And now all we need to see is Arty buff. By that I mean like Arty, the radius of death and stuff like that needs to be expanded. because Artie will hit in the center of the line, and at most will kill 5 or 6. But you'll see a lot of blood, so you think it's a beautiful thing. So I don't know. I really like this change. The matches are going a lot quicker, at least in the few that I've seen so far. And I personally think War of Rights matches should go 30 minutes, or they should go an hour. Either or. But it's a conversation for a later point. CSA still trying to play an aggressive position here. The problem is, too, is Union is hitting the extreme flanks of the CSA side while CSA is trying to hold the center. And it's kind of causing CSA to spread out.
Back this way, gentlemen.
It's still there.
Back to the road.
So, any second now, CSA is about to drop to engage. Union's up by a half morale stage lead. So, that's the thing too. Union's kind of encircling around the CSA, and I mean, at least CSA has defilade to the Union from that side, but they're starting to shift over. And I mean, this is something you would not have seen a week ago, is an engagement like this on Dunker Church. Something you would never see, because usually Union would just keep going across trying to get into the wood line, but since you can shoot and hit from distance now pretty effectively, you can sit in the open. It's nice to see. So CSA drops to engage. And that's the thing too, is you got a fair amount of CSA. I mean, there's artillery mixed in here as well, but you got a CSA company with Rambos here and there engaging with Union over here. I mean, CSA kind of just feels out. Actually, never mind, they don't. For a moment, it felt like Union outnumbered the CSA over here, but that's not the case.
Aim low, remember, aim low, they're close, aim low.
So you can see the CSA in the center kind of shifting over as Union pushed off. Union's trying to go to this side, and Union's pushing guys up from Artie over here. And, I mean, Union's winning this shootout so far. I mean, the good thing from CSA is you can see CSA, they're kind of in a little bit of an open order. That's going to be more important than ever. I mean, they're spread out, but they're still in formation, so when they die, they lose 1 ticket. Compared to Union here, who's acting a lot, I mean, they're a little spaced out, but they're acting a lot more clumped up in the CSA, and Union has to pull back due to being outshot here.
To help.
Wow.
Once you start seeing them come over, I want you to start.
I don't think I would ever see the day of Union charging, or at least engaging in a fight, and CSA actually holding out in the field. I think CSA is a little confident, at least their officers are, that they can hold out here because of how powerful the weapons are, or I guess more accurate they are. So this is nice to see.
Quick march.
Oh, Union's going to get an absolutely beauty flank. What CSA groups retreating off in the distance? Oh. See, they got to hit these shots. They're missing. See, now it's a skill issue. I've been told by numerous people that they're hitting consistent shots from 200 to 300 yards now. And that means if you miss shots now, in any engagement in this game, it's a skill issue.
Aim real low, shoot them, and run back down to the flag.
Maximus is down. Hey,
I like about this new, definitely about this new update, is that if you press T, it'll tell you what your sniper dart range to now, so you can make sure like you're actually doing the game.
So, units kind of running up. This should work well for the CSA. I mean, in tickets, it's not really, but I mean, CSA need to be pre-aimed on the Union. The problem is when guys run up the hill like this, they will generally run way too far forward. So CSA should be getting plenty of nice shots. But I guess it's not working. CSA is about to hit the Union down to engage, but they're halfway through engage, and Union might be growing that ticket gap. So, some CSA charge the Union off that side. Union finally go to engage. Union actually, on the right side, charge up the center here as well. And that's the thing, is that flags are now infinitely more valuable. Because if groups can be charged out and wiped and now shot out completely, like, keeping those flags up is huge. Because if you lose a flag, you respawn back at main, you trickle out, you're probably going to die a lot more frequently. I mean, based on the few matches I've seen so far, you're going to die a lot more frequently in this. But here comes Union. They're going to charge right in. And so, Union wins a charge there. CSA didn't have their flag. Center kind of gets torn up.
I'll hold the fort. You guys keep shooting front. Keep shooting front. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's brown.
Don't aim, you Yankee son bitch. You missed.
Oh,
You
shit.
suck.
That's a lot of.
And any second now, CSA is going to hit taking losses. I mean, normally, right, you would want, as an attacker, to hit the defenders down to taking losses by the 30-minute mark. Or, sorry, the 20-minute mark. Not the 30. I was looking at the time and got the thing mixed up. But normally, as an attacker, you want to hit the defender down to engage by 30, taking losses by 20. There is a lot more dying happening here. A lot more dying. And speaking of that, CSA taking losses. Union do lose a flag. I know the devs are probably going to tweak things, but, I mean, right now I'm loving this update. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, they might change some balancing, might increase ticket depth here and there, but Union's starting to shift over a little bit. That looks like an RD officer almost. The amount of red. Unless it's 14th Brooklyn, but Union don't got that on this map. So Union's trying to get across. And another thing, too, is that Union doesn't necessarily need to charge CSA off the ground. I mean, Union's almost up by a morale stage.
We're angled, so the bullets are going to bounce off the line, okay? Shoot them that red flag west. Yeah, they can't. The bullets are just going to bounce off. It's going to be...
But, yeah, no. The thing is, right, Union's got so much time on the clock that they can do whatever they want. They can keep sitting and shooting this out. They can charge out at the CSA. I don't think Union needs to. I mean, the sitting and shooting is going to work for you wonderfully. So CSA kind of completely back off of that forward position.
Join the regiment. Tessa.
Keep falling back, boys. Keep falling back.
And CSA is going to have to play a little bit more of a turtling game or get into better cover. So, you got, I mean, one CSA group still holding up here. They don't have an officer with them.
Come on, we can take them. We need to fuck them up. Come on.
Fall back, fall back, fall back.
Fall back, fall back.
You really only come down to open.
And now they will fall back, so. I mean, even at now, apparently at the distances they're at now, they should be pretty dang accurate.
Or not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is
trying to distract those rebels in the center on the hill. So
yeah, I get that. I'm just saying. Oh.
Okay, we did our job. Everybody break reloads and sprint right now. Sprint right. Our friendlies took the center.
So, Union's kind of taken over the CSA initial line. Union's still kind of holding far back, which normally I would say don't, but, you know, it's also kind of, it's so fascinating because stuff that you would say, that at least I would say, like a week ago now, don't matter as much. So that's gonna be funny when someone, honestly, because right, I said because I post these like a week and a half, 2 weeks after I record them, just so that there's a buffer. The public broadcast that I post over the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be funny because the videos I post, at least for next week, which when this video is posted, it'll be the previous week. None of that stuff might not. None of that stuff might not apply. So CSA for the most part are telling you got some guys holding behind the church and whatnot. That's the thing, is that CSA has to somewhat keep engaging with the Union, because if CSA just completely pulls back, Union's going to push up to the church, which maybe is what you would want as CSA. Maybe you want Union to early cap it here, so that you have a chance to retake and get some tickets back, but Union for now are just playing it safe. I really cannot wait to see a full team charge across an open field, which Burnside's Bridge is the next map that I will be recording. I'm going to be recording all of this day, so
If they're hitting us this hard, imagine what they're like. Not a good one.
They're pushing it that way.
What?
I mean, I kind of want to pull the graphic that they had, which you should check out the update video I posted for this update, which again is like 2 weeks old at this point, but it's insane how big the bullet spread was decreased. CSA actually pushing up, which I don't know why they're charging this far out. I don't know why they pushed out here this far. Granted, Union's behind. A lot of them are behind a defilade. But, I mean, you could see the Union's just kind of encircled the CSA a little bit here. And they're the only company that pulled forward. CSA is halfway through taking losses. And it's not looking good. What are they doing? They've given up. So, all those guys there are dying. CSA on this side are also pushing up. So, CSA looks a little disorganized, and it's almost a whole morale stage difference. Now, if you're Union, you can sit and shoot this out for the rest of the time, or maybe they'll just charge. Who knows? So any second now, CSA is going to hit braking, and we'll see if Union plays. Like, look, CSA just got thrown off so quickly. You know, for someone that loves charging, I never thought I'd see the day where I'm happy the sitting and shooting strategy works. So CSA charging now on this side. I mean, at this point, the round's basically over, unless Union do a massive throw, which will be highly unlikely. CSA hit braking. And so, with that being said, CSA will win this charge on Union. And they will get the flag out. At least they didn't lose a flag. CSA did lose one up there. CSA breaking, so if Union cap the point, they win. I don't know why this flag bearer is running out as he is. That flag that was down earlier despawned at a 5-minute despawn timer. CSA aren't even worried about that. Man, you can't ramble to get flags anymore. You're going to be destroyed.
Flag, pay attention.
Union kind of has tickets to burn, too, so they can charge if they want. Union guys are yelling at the flag to get back.
Go back to the friendly line, you monkey.
Flag, where are you going?
Flag, stop. Where you going? Yeah, good shit.
That's a way to deal with
I don't know where the fuck you're going.
a trolling flag. But CSA, some starting to shift up. Already getting in the fun here, getting a kill or so. Union's going across the flank here. Union is about to drop into taking losses.
Skin, that was a hell of a charge by my company. I slayed 3 of the Yankee bastards myself.
Good job, my man.
So at least one of these CSA companies don't have respawns now. Normally, if Union get in the wood line, it's very good, right? Didn't explain it as much in the beginning, but Union will normally push far right and try to get in the wood side. They sometimes push this far left side, at least from the Union perspective, to get into the woods.
So it goes 100, then 200, then 300, then 500, then 6, 7, 8, 9 to 1,000.
And you can see the guy adjusting his sights here.
Thank you.
It should also say at the bottom right.
Actually, it makes me wonder because at least up until this time, sights have kind of been pointless in my opinion. You don't shoot more than 300 yards away in this game at any given point, so there's no reason to change your sights that much. If things are a lot more accurate now, I wonder if the sights will actually be impactful. I still don't think you should change the sights because most combat's going to be within 100 yards in this game. Anyways, CSA force Union to taking losses. Union's up by a morale stage and a third. Maximus is just charging his guys right in here.
I want a Confederate cock in my throat. I want a
And
Confederate
they
cock in my
catch the
throat.
CSA off guard. They get one flag down.
Rally on me, rally on me, rally on me.
Rally on Maximus.
And they're going to try to keep going through. Some CSA you see are going back. I don't know if they're trying to go to their friendlies or where they were, but the Union just kind of swept around them and they're heading on the point. Looks like Union lost their flag in the back. CSA realizes what happened. They're starting to turn onto the Union now. They've only got a few guys left on the church.
Here they come, here they come.
And now you got more Union charging in from the far side. Union's continuing to shoot in the center. CSA hold on point, but they're about to drop in the last stand.
Session's getting ass whooping today.
Officer. Question. North. I don't know if that's friendly or not. At that tree north.
Yeah, but
Can't tell.
Shouldn't we go charge him and put him on our stand?
All the friendlies right there. I see him. Okay.
Rambo, West.
Keep firing in on him.
And a CSA Rambo going in there dying, but yeah, Union going on the far right side. That company's going over there again. But that's not where the star of this battle has been. It's been all the way over here. Fly is pushing his guys up. So once CSA hit last stand, if they die, they cannot spawn in anymore.
Do not go up to the fence. Just stay
The
like
church
down
does
the hill
not
a little
have
bit.
a flare on it. I repeat, the church does not have a flare on it. Hit it.
That's true. Very
What does that mean?
So with that being said, Union on this side starting to push up. They might go in there and get that flag, which is still down. I mean, there's a CSA company on it. Union is starting to cap point, sitting on the edge of it, waiting for CSA to move out. I mean, that Union company is trying to go through the woods and have some fun.
Bull Moose, you're telling me you don't own Call of Duty 4 for the 2DS?
No,
The 2DS? For the DS, for the old DS.
I played Call of Duty.
So CSA's got to come out at some point. Union is taking this point, but being in the church does not count.
Oh, you missed, boy. I'm not gonna miss. You missed, I'm not gonna miss.
What? Is my microphone working, Dick? What?
Yes, it is.
It's about time.
What are you doing in here?
Is the Messiah. Therefore,
Yeah, this is the church. We don't want no Muslims here.
So CSA dropped the last stand. If they die, they don't come back.
If you kill a rebel, he's dead for real.
Every rebel you kill, 28 down, all over that tree line.
Officer Baron going in, trying. He surprisingly made it really close to that line before dying.
Nice walk, Rick. They're dumb, half-wit, fucking Dixie. Well, guess what? We're gonna be doing the fucking now, baby.
Alright, company, about face. We're heading north. Everybody.
Holy moly. So, Union's getting close on this side. At least they're getting in a shootout. They're not necessarily charging in. They just want to make their presence known and stay alive.
Ready, we'll fire off another one in a sec.
Whoa!
Officers down.
Yeah, just independent fire, boys. Independent fire.
So, Union actually charged in on this side. CSA should hold. What is happening in that church? CSA hold, but there's less of them left. You got a Union company moving around this side as well.
If you miss your game.
They're going to be able to pick up that down flag, which a couple of these Union guys, right, they got to spawn back at main just because how far away everything is. Looks like this Union company is going to go in.
Charge it.
And, I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot. They might lose a flag, but, again, as long as they're killing some rebels, that's all that's going to matter. I mean, Union has such a big ticket lead that they can afford a bunch of losses trying to go in here and take it.
You sexy bastards, every one of you. You've all got 11-inch cocks. I can feel it.
Only 11?
I mean, you can feel this.
Oh, fuck it. Just open over again.
So, I mean, you got a Union company here, too. One of the companies on the left side of your screen, they reformed. The other one's going to go in and try to finish this. Union already shooting. A lot of CSA sitting inside the church.
Yankees don't go
everybody be quiet. Be quiet.
Quiet down.
Make them think we're not here.
Hard look, turn that thing off.
Someone blow that fucker's brights out. No, he's the preacher. He can do that. It's okay.
Don't worry, we're Union. We're just holding.
Yeah, we do need a preacher
We're
and
the
a priest
Union.
on our
So Union just holding on that straight fence. CSA having fun in the church, and I mean, yeah, this round's pretty much over. So, yeah, I mean, good win from Union. I mean, interesting part is there's not a whole lot in terms of strategy. I mean, CSA tried to push out. They tried to get aggressive, use the advanced weaponry to their advantage, but they weren't able to kill Union and throw them off inside of this open area. I mean, CSA could trap Union in this open area if they shoot them down well enough, but CSA wasn't able to do that, and Union was able to throw them off eventually, and I mean, the round was pretty much over from there. So, really well done to the Union side. Well fought. I mean, I wonder what CSA's got to do at this point. I mean, obviously, this definitely changes the meta for a lot of the maps, and so it'll be intriguing to see how things change as time progresses. But, so, really well done to the Union side. Overall, I think this good changes. Good change. I mean, I like it a lot so far. Everything seems to be moving on a little quicker. There's more action, which you could say is the opposite of the Civil War, but I'm glad the weapons actually do what they're supposed to do. Everyone's not getting wiped really quickly, which is what some people were nervous about, is that, oh, it's too overpowered, so everyone's going to get wiped super fast. But the thing is that a lot of people are going to be aiming towards the center alliance, so I don't think it's going to be as drastic as what we normally see. But, of course, we'll see how it kind of pans out. This is just one map out of the few that I've seen already. But with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, merch, X, Instagram, TikTok, and more. Appreciate you all nonetheless. A lot of casualties. Great to see. Have a wonderful rest of your night.